Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Chapter 61 और ये है Lucy disguised as Valentine's wife. Both sides now. So part 2. Okay. Lucy's family consists of 6 children and Lucy is the second eldest of the bunch. Her maiden name is Pendleton. Shit. Her father is of immigrant descent and owns a small farm in Oklahoma. साइलस और मैरी पेंडल्टन, एडम और एलिस पेंडल्टन। सबसे बड़ा है टॉम मेल, फिर ये है फीमेल, फिर विल मेल है, फिर लीजा है, लीजा या अच्छा, और रेजी और चार्ल्स। तो इस पूरी फैमिली में एरिना कोई नहीं, एरिना पेंडल्टन पेंडल्टन पेल पेंडल्टन पेंडलेटन पेंडलेटन पेंडल्टन नहीं था, एरिना पेंडल। मैं इसका नाम नहीं बोलूंगा, ठीक है? पेंडल्टन पेंडल्टन। ओके। After her mother's death, when Lucy was just 12, a cloud of misfortune casts its shadow over the family. They discovered that the money they had borrowed in order to sustain their farm had been mafia money. And coupled with bad weather and the emotional wounds from his wife's death, Lucy's father slowly spiraled into a mire of debt. Oh, ओके। तो मम्मी मर गए और पापा दुखी थे तो चुका नहीं पा रहे। The mafia's policy is never to take something from a family that has only one possession. However, if the family is in possession of two or more things, the mafia will inevitably request one of those things. Will they take the land or the children? Lucy's father had to make a decision. If the mafia took the land, either way, the family would be scattered. But Lucy's father couldn't bear to give his eldest son away. And so the only alternate was to send his eldest daughter Lucy to pay off his debt, because she was the only other child old enough to work as a servant. It was after Lucy's father had made his decision that someone visited the farm. The man's name was Stephen Steele. Stephen Steele told Lucy's father, "A few years ago, when I was in the deepest moments of despair, I was saved by your daughter's kind words and was able to stand on my own 2 feet again. Wanted to repay his savior and repay the man who raised her." But Lucy's father, after ushering the other children inside, told him it was too late, that Lucy was no longer here. Thus he informed Steele of the situation. Though Steele was surprised by the situation, he recovered quickly. "I beg of you, I would like to handle your debts and take care of it." Always being respectful, Steele made his polite proposition. "It's impossible. This isn't just a matter of money anymore. The mafia has their own rules. And once they decide to take something, they will take it. I can't change anything anymore. I've already made my decision about my daughter." Steele, after a few moments of consideration, quietly replied that the most important thing was Lucy's father's determination as a parent to save Lucy from this predicament. He explained that he knew a thing or two about how the mafia operated, and so there was still time. All Lucy's father had to tell them was that Lucy was damaged goods, that Steele had already lawfully married her, and after that he would handle the rest of the dealings with them. "What did you say, you bastard? Are you trying to insult my family? Listen, open your eyes. What they want is a virginity. If you leave her like this, she'll be forced to live like a prostitute, or even worse. Once she sees that kind of hell, she won't be even live to be 25. I've always lived thinking only of myself. Those were unhappy times, and it was your daughter who saved me from my unhappy life. I want to help your daughter. To repay her is imperative to me. Please let me, Stephen Steele, look after your daughter for you." You, you pervert! How the hell do you expect me to believe something like this? Yes, no one will believe me, but everyone will believe you if you say that your daughter is damaged. The mafia even more so. And in this way, Lucy was saved by Stephen Steele, and she became Lucy Steele. And one day Lucy told Stephen, "I don't remember why, but I remember very clearly that one time that I first met you when I was young. You looked so miserable. You had an innocent strength about you, as if you could pull the train with that strength, even with your skinny arms. That's why I talked to you. I don't mind so. If you liked, only if you liked though. Please make me a real wife one day. Listen, Lucy, you don't have to think about things like that. So, never say something like that again. This is what I told your father, but I did this all for myself. The one who really saved you was your father, and his determination as a parent to protect you. Do not forget that. I won't lay a finger on you, not now, not ever. Don't worry. You should go to school, and one day you'll fall in love. And when you want to leave our house, you can do so anytime. But please spare me the trouble of your future boyfriend being a mafia member. Jigal हंसी वो थोड़ा सा और फिर the two weren't lovers, nor were they parent and child, but neither were they merely friends or student or mentor. They formed an odd sense of trust between themselves. Stephen had a lot of love for Lucy, and Lucy deeply respected Stephen's fantastical yet stubborn determination. And Stephen was able to show his weakness only in front of Lucy. Lucy came to love those qualities about the aging Stephen, and once the steel ball run race started, she also began to worry about him deeply, as if she were his mother. Did you hear that, Gyro? He hasn't laid a finger on her. Can you believe that? No fucking way, man. I mean, come on, look at her. Still, he's a total pervert. Well, either way, their marriage is lawful. We don't have a right to judge. There's something off about this race. I can sense something dark within the president. Even if they are both pursuing their goals, it's not like Stephen at all. और ये आंख आई अच्छा पिछले चैप्टर में ये था कि ये आंख वो कॉप से अट्रैक्ट होके जा रही है ना नॉक नॉक What is that sound? What are you looking at, Scarlet? Did something just fall on the floor? He's going to find it. इसने उसका हाथ ऐसे किया और उधर देखा और उधर कुछ भी नहीं है कैसे क्लैक 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 It's not there. The right eye was in my pocket. It fell and rolled towards that door, but it's not there anymore. Where did it go? Did it did it roll underneath the something or maybe under a rug? But I can see now that the door has a small space underneath. So it must have passed through that space to the other side. Then, if it rolled away, there are more corpse parts on the other side of that door. It could only mean that I responded to a much bigger part that's in this building. I asked you what fell onto the ground, Scarlet. What were you doing while you were holding my face in place? Answer me. You were looking at that door, weren't you? Lub dub lub 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 lub. Are you so intrigued by what could be behind that door, Scarlet? Lub dub lub dub. The president, he can't possibly know my true identity. He can't be asking these questions on purpose. Does he already know who I am? No, he can't. Not yet. If he did, then he would have taken the eye from me a long time ago. I have to make a decision. Oh, my love, is there something fantastic behind that door? Something so fantastic that you're hiding it from me. Let me see. No, wait. Stop right there. Okay, उसने रोक लिया खुद को. You are acting cute. Please don't think I'm merely repeating myself. Your expressions today. They are expressions of an innocent, curious child, adorable. Let me kiss you. But may I ask you a question first? If you're talking about what's beyond that door, there's nothing that. If you're talking about what's beyond that door, there's nothing that will interest you. About the steel ball run race. No, about the steel ball run race. About the race, what of it? If you ask me, this might be disrespectful to the participants, but this is just a game. Someone like you, the president of the country, why would you be so invested in something that's merely for sport? You have been following this race and traveling across the country since it started. Didn't I explain that before? The whole country is watching this race. It's popular. You've been away from the capital for 2 months. Is this race really so valuable? It's a good question. Fine then. This is as good as time as any. When this race ends, I'll explain to you just what sort of things are possible on this earth. Suppose that you were sitting down at the table. The napkins are in front of you. Which napkin would you take? The one on your left or the one on your right? Hmm. The one on your left side or the one on your right side? Well, usually I would take the one on the left. That is correct too. But in a larger sense of society, that is wrong. Perhaps I could even substitute society with the universe. The universe? अबे पॉलिटिकल थ्योरी बनाएगा क्या The correct answer is it's determined by the one who takes his or her own napkin first, yes? If the first one takes the napkin to their right, then there's no choice but for the others also take the right napkin. And the same goes for the left. Everyone else will take the napkin to their left because they have no other option. This is society. अबे यार ये क्यों दिस इज सोसाइटी तो क्रिंज लग गया मेरे मैंने जैसे कहा सॉरी दोबारा दिस इज सोसाइटी who are ones who are the ones who determine the first piece of land first determine the price of land first. There must have been someone who determined the value of money first, the size of the rails on a train track, the magnitude of electricity, laws and regulations. Who was the first one to determine those things? Did we all do it because this is a republic, or was it arbitrary? No! The one who took the napkin first determined all of these things. The rules of this world are determined by the same principle as right or left. It's a society like this table, a state of equilibrium. Once one makes the first move, everyone must follow in every era. This world has been operating by this napkin principle. भाई क्या जा रहा है ये कितना डीप जा रहा है नैपकिन में ये and the ones who take the napkin first must be someone who is respected by all. It's not that anyone can fulfill this role. Those that are despotic or unworthy will be scorned, and those are the losers. In the case of this table, the eldest or the master of the party will take the napkin first because everyone respects those individuals. For example, if Jesus Christ were sitting at this table, no matter who you are, even if you are the Pope, you would have no choice but to take your napkin after Jesus Christ, yes? Jesus Christ? ये कहाँ से आगे सोच रही है? What do you mean? What does that have to do with the race? I'm talking hypothetically. Hypothetically. I'm trying to say that once this race ends, it will mean the beginning of a rise to power. Soon I will obtain that object power. I will obtain that power, that the object that all will pay their respects to. Something irrefutable, something immovable. That is true power. And those under the power's influence can only be allies. I will become the one that can take the napkin first. I, Funny Valentine, will be the one sitting at the table. अबे funny कैसा नाम हुआ लेकिन Funny Valentine. What is it, Scarlet? That expression. It's adorable. I'm getting excited. Take your clothes off. पर ये तो what? I want to leave the two of us alone for a while. I don't want any interruptions for the next 30 minutes. Do you want anything to drink? I'm having a drink myself. Did he say before he approached his guard, before he told them to stay away, before he closed the door? I have to get away from here. और इसको पता लग जाएगा कि उसकी बॉडी नहीं है मतलब उसकी वाइफ की और इसने क्या किया अपने बाल खोले अच्छा नहीं वैलेंटाइन ने इसके बाल खोले डज ही नो अबाउट माई आइडेंटिटी नो ही कैंट हैव फाउंड आउट ही टोल्ड मी टू टेक माई क्लोज ऑफ इट कैन बी ओ ओ माई गॉड doesn't it excite you to be doing this on top of a table where we invite the guests Scarlett in the year 1776 the declaration of independence was created in this very building perhaps in this very room अबे तो फिर क्या उधर मचा दोगे एकदम सेक्स मचा दोगे हर तरफ does it excite you this table has been here for at least 100 years this is a privilege that only first lady would have ओए ओए ये मुझे तो इसकी शक्ल से तो ये मोटू लगता था पर ये असल में तो बहुत ही ज्यादा बफ है शिट अमेरिका का झंडा इसके पीठ पे बना है स्टार्स और ओए these wounds usually they twinge sting these old scars that I got from being tortured during my days as a soldier for some odd reason they've just stopped hurting if I run away now he'll find out about my identity but I have to get away I have to get out of this room oh it must be because my body is yearning to create another life once I gain my true power I will be in need of offspring a power only thrives once it's been passed on do you want me to berate you the way you prefer it take your clothes off Scarlet और ये स्टार्ट कर चुका है, पर वो लड़की टेक्निकली वर्जिन है और वो बच्ची है 14 साल की, और सबसे बड़ी बात वो उसकी बीवी नहीं है। अडोरेबल, सिंपली अडोरेबल. I can't do this. I'm at my limit. It was stupid of me to think that I could have done anything about the cops from the very beginning. I was powerless. I'm at my limit. और नहीं. I thought so. My suspicions are confirmed. So the traitor was you all along. You look like my wife, but your real identity. That would bring up the question of where my real wife is, however. That is no longer of my concern. For some reason, the two of us had never been blessed with a child. And right now, I have taken a great liking to you. Uh, you are, how should I say this? How should I describe this? In any case, I'm infatuated with you. You infatuate me. Are you trying to bite your tongue off? I won't let you do that. All I want for you to do is to bear my child. I'll have you be the replacement for my wife. No somebody और ये स्टार्ट हो चुका है बंदा. अगर बंदे का इतना तगड़ा फिगर है तो बंदे का चेहरा ऐसे अजीब सा क्यों है, मुझे ये बताओ. चेहरे से तो देख के लगता नहीं कि बंदा अंदर से बहुत मोटा टाइप का कुछ होगा. कैसे बताऊं यार. ओके. और इसने लिख किया नाइफ को, और कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गई. आ वो बाहर आ गई, उसकी स्किन जो उसने हॉट पैंट से ली थी, सारा फ्लैश. उसको पता लग गया लूजी स्टील है. व्हाट दैट दिस स्किन योर स्टील्स. और उसने मार दिया. खत्म. अच्छा उसने, अबे दोनों के बाल ब्लॉन्ड है ना, मुझे पता नहीं किसने किसको मारा. सॉरी सॉरी गाइस. तो लूसी ने वैलेंटाइन को फाइनली चाकू मार दिया. और व्हाट. यू uh, wait, you Lucy Steele, what is your motive? Why would Steele's wife ये तो गिर गया और खून थूके जा रहा है. और someone come. मर गया क्या. तो इस मेन विलन को इसने मार दिया लड़की ने. ज्यादा हाफ रही यार, इतने सारी बार मैं हाँ नहीं पढ़ूंगा, ठीक है. और ये नीचे गई, इसने देखा इधर उधर. क्या हुआ क्या. एक सेकेंड. बंदा जहां पड़ा था वहां से गायब हो गया. आ और फिर वो ढूंढ रही कि कहाँ गया, इधर देख रही है उधर देख रही है. ओ ओ ओ. आ आ आ आ आ, आ और ये हाथ आया और इसने उठाया और नीचे भी नहीं है. नीचे कैसे, एक सेकंड है. तो ये चेयर के नीचे छुपा हुआ था. समझा नहीं मैं. हाँ. और ही इज दिस कंट्रीज प्रेसिडेंट. एज आई थॉट द प्रेसिडेंट इज क्या. द प्रेसिडेंट इज अ स्टैंड यूजर एंड द डेविल. ओए यार, वो जैसी मारने वाली थी उठ गया. और अब ये कुछ करेगा और अब ये जिंदा नहीं बचने वाली. या क्या पता वो स्टील बॉल वाला बंदा लास्ट मोमेंट पे आ जाए. शिट, कुछ भी हो सकता है. और इसी के साथ चैप्टर 61 भी खत्म हो चुका है. अब मिलते हैं चैप्टर 62 में. तब तक के लिए